Welcome to the Right Hand Roadmap, the podcast for seconds in command of founder-led companies. I'm your host, Megan Long, owner of Second First. In each episode, we show you the path to success on your journey as the #2 leader in entrepreneurial companies. I am so happy you are here. Folks, we are officially in the liminal space between Christmas and New Year's. It's been such an odd holiday season this year. Everyone I talk to is really thrown off. Thanksgiving was super late, so we had no time to get ready for Christmas. My friends that celebrate Hanukkah, that's super late this year. The last night is on January 2nd, which is crazy. It all just feels a little off. And this week, a third of people are going to be working probably. So I guess I'll follow up on the proposals I have out next week. On that, I'm opening a couple more one-on-one coaching slots for 2025. So if you're curious about working with me personally as a partner, you can book a discovery call on the Second First website. With this last episode of 2024, I want to share 5 gifts that I decided to give myself. In my sharing, I hope you will find some inspiration in ways you can also support yourself in the new year. The first gift I gave myself, I am calling Choice Days. I proactively went through the 2025 calendar already and blocked at least 1, sometimes 2 days every single month. They can't be scheduled. They are just labeled as choice days. I am actively trying not to burn out and focus more on overall health in the new year. So the concept of choice days is as I get closer, I can choose. That can either be a PTO day or just a quiet, meaningless work day, like a deep work focus day or a CEO day or a catch-up day. This is my attempt at finding the solution to the problem that we all run into, where we hit a point that we desperately need a break, a day off, or just a day to catch up, but we've already packed out our calendar. So choice days, pre-booked for 2025, is my first gift to myself. The second gift I gave myself was creating a personal profile on my phone. So similar to how iPhones have a sleep setting or a do not disturb setting, I created a personal setting. So I realized that I was getting LinkedIn notifications at all hours that got my brain going. I was getting Outlook notifications at all hours that got my brain going. And the worst one were new discovery call bookings, because those are sales calls. And I immediately started thinking, oh, I have to see who this is. How did they find me? What is their company? How can I prepare to meet them? What services are they interested in? My brain just got going a mile a minute, and I had to go look right that second. So even if I shut my laptop off to be, quote, present in the evenings, my mind wasn't able to detach. So in this personal profile setting, I block notifications from Outlook, from LinkedIn, from Slack, and from Teams. Nothing I do in my work is an emergency. I mean, there are urgent issues, but nothing is an emergency. I am not a surgeon, right? So anything work-related was blocked from sending me notifications whenever I turn that on. So on a holiday, I can turn it on. On a weekend, I can turn it on. At night, I can turn it on. And if I want to check email, I can, but it's just not going to notify me. The third gift I got myself, you may laugh. It is a premium subscription to the Finch app. And if you are not familiar, I'll link it in the show notes, but Finch is like a habit tracker app / self-care app / modern Tamagotchi. It sounds crazy, but the number of executives and entrepreneurs that I have gotten on the Finch train is wild. Everyone loves it. Essentially, you get a cute and customizable bird pet that encourages you to check off your goals and tasks. There's a mindfulness aspect to it. There are journal prompts and endless dopamine hits as you are rewarded for marking things complete. So it's like a gamified productivity and self-care app. You also can send encouragement to your friends, and you can design your little house, choose little outfits. Again, it sounds so silly, but we all love it. And it's honestly held me accountable for things that are easy to push off, like wearing my Invisalign or working out. The fourth gift is an exercise I've been doing for a handful of years now. And if nothing else, I would love for you to do this before you start the new year. It's what I call the 10 things to be true list. Basically, you write a list of 10 statements you wish to be true statements in the future, but you write them as if they have already come true. So this is a visualization exercise. I am a huge believer in the power of visualization. I believe that's how I became a pro athlete. I believe that's how I achieved a lot in my career. So some examples could be our business hit 5 million in revenue by December. I live in my dream home. I have the time and flexibility to take extended vacations abroad. Ideally, you will reread these 10 statements often to recenter what you're working towards and really feel what it will feel like when you achieve it. The fifth and final gift I gave myself this year are 3 memberships. Do not spit out your coffee. Let me explain. So I am involved with the local EO chapter and also the local Brain Trust chapter. Brain Trust is a women's version of EO locally here in Nashville. For 2025, I joined 2 new national professional groups. They are also for women entrepreneurs. It's the Entreprenista League and the 10th House. I wanted connections outside of Nashville because Second First is not a local company. Most of our members are not in Nashville. We're also creating hub cities in 2025. So cities to have a more concentrated local presence with in-person meetups and workshops. So with these memberships that I added, I've already had amazing insight into who I need to talk to in these cities, what groups I should plug into, etc. I also just love getting virtual coffees with other professionals. I'm always up for a LinkedIn message to set up just a 30-minute chat with anyone and everyone. It's one of my favorite things. And then the third membership I joined is different. It's an accountability group with a coach for personal branding and content creation. That is something that always took a back seat for me in 2024. So I am putting my money where my mouth is and actually getting some accountability and coaching around that for 2025 to force myself to make it a priority. So when it comes to you, what are some memberships or groups or coaching that you can gift yourself for the upcoming year? Gosh, that's it, guys. I can't believe year 1 of this podcast has come to an end. Connecting with you guys has brought so much joy to me, and I have met so many incredible people through this little show. I hope that you have found value in these episodes this year. And next year, we're going to be continuing our bite-size trainings, Q&A episodes, but we're also adding 30-minute value-packed interviews with the experts that we have coming to speak to our Second First membership. I always say, those business books that could easily be 250 pages less and just as effective? That is not the right-hand roadmap. So even in the interviews, we are going to be leading with value rather than these shaggy dog origin stories of the guests. So really trying to craft it to busy COOs. To find show notes and links for anything mentioned in this episode, visit secondfirst.com/34. Be sure to subscribe to catch future episodes and leave us a review on whatever platform you are listening on. Remember, you don't have to navigate being a second in command alone. when you have the right hand roadmap.